Sure.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. What's up, Martete?
What's up, Cody? You said you want to take my Fort Worthless one tomorrow?
No.
I got to drive an hour from Arlington to Fort Worthless.
What do you mean an hour from Arlington to Fort Worth?
Yeah, from the area of Fort Worth where it's at.
How are you driving an hour?
58 minutes.
Get back with me after this and we'll look at it.
All right. I'll say that's not normally something that we do. So that's what kind of raised me.
Yeah, no.
But I'll do it if it needs to be done.
What am I doing? Why is this doing this? This needs to stop. There we go.
There. I don't know why, but
Unmute up there.
I know I did. Can y'all hear us now?
Yeah, Brian, we could hear you.
All right. We can't hear shit.
Ah, there we go.
Oh, because I have it on one when it's not doing this, I guess.
Don't turn up real loud.
Boom.
What, Josh, no ducks today?
I'm in my happy place.
Dude, he can open up the door.
Oh my God, Josh.
It is fucking retarded.
Yeah, I couldn't do that, Josh. More power to you.
Every time he calls me, he's outside with the damn duck.
Yeah, I'm like, who is honking that horn? And then as I realized, oh my God, it's Josh home with his ducks.
I don't even like them anymore, man. I used to
Oh,
like them.
dude.
Now they just keep multiplying. There's like 100. They're so loud.
Wow.
Counting duck, geese, and turkey ducks. It's weird.
Well, sounds like you got dinner for the next 100 days.
Think of that too, with the
Hey,
apocalypse.
Cody, text me that freaking lady from Surefire or whatever, because I'm fixing to call her tomorrow.
Okay.
Dennis still hasn't got what he needs yet.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
All right. I guess this is everybody that's coming.
Well, I mean, if somebody comes.
It's
If somebody joins
6:03.
later, I'll just.
Okay. So something that John wanted me to cover to make sure that we were all fairly comfortable with. Let me, oh, that's what it was. I was in the middle of trying to share my screen. Over here, close out all this extra stuff.
Oh, look at Marty's little puppy.
He's a pain in the butt.
Sweet baby.
I agree. Marty is a pain in the butt.
Oh.
Okay. Sorry, unknown. I don't know what the heck is going on. Okay. We're just going to say desktop 2. Share.
Oh, hey there, Joe.
Why is it not?
Yeah, you look a little laid back there, man.
What was that?
You look a little laid back.
I said I'm in my happy place. I meant this is where the love goes down and everything. This is safe.
You're just a margarita.
TMI.
Oh, there's Cody.
Okay. Let's try that. Ha. There. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. It was going crazy there for a second. I couldn't figure out exactly what was going on. And then, okay. So, all right. So you can see my screen. So something that John wanted me to make sure that everybody understood is that when we're in the test and the actual exam come February, the IRC is on. I don't know if you guys can hear me. The IRC is on Connect Team. So Madeline had put the CSIA study resources on there, and I'm going to update it with more stuff. But when you click on it, there's a section that says printable PDF. In that is the printable version of the NFPA and the IRC. There's the chimney brochure and the National Fuel Gas Code. So we've got all of that stuff in there as far as reference material goes. Right? We're going to let this load. So John wanted me to make sure that I kind of went over how to search for this in Connect Team. So you don't have to download the PDF separately. You don't have to go to any separate links. You don't have to go outside of Connect Team. Inside of Connect Team, when you click on the CSIA study resources, you click on the printable PDF selection, then you click on the 2018 International Residential Building Code. When you click on that, then it comes up with this IRC book. It takes it a second to load because it's 1,000 pages pretty much.
As I was gonna say, so we'll just have it printed out at the shop.
Yeah. We'll get Becky and Gina on that tomorrow morning, start printing out copies. Okay, so right here in the top left-hand corner of the IRC, there's a little magnifying glass. And if we click it, it pops up with a search bar, and then we can search anything. So if it's asking us about electrical conduit, you can type in the word conduit, and then it comes up and it tells you that there are, let's see here, matches are 254. So wiring methods, it mentions conduit. And you can just click, there's these little left and right arrows right here next to the words you just typed in, not the ones above it. That goes page up, page down. The little left and right arrows are going to take you through everywhere in this book that says conduit. So if we type in chimney, and not chimney.
No, it's chimney.
Yeah,
Chimney.
chimney.
Yeah, chimney. Or if you read the side of my truck, it's chimney. So
At least
chapter,
I get it on. I get it on.
yeah. So chapter 18, chimneys and vents. There's also chapter 10, I believe. I think it's chapter 10. Maybe it's just chapter 18. Yeah.
Yeah, there's more than chapter 10. There's chapter 10, 17, 18, I think 20 and 24.
Yeah, so there's a few chapters, but it talks about everything. So if it asks for a specific code reference, like the 1023 code on chimneys, it talks about, this is talking about crickets here. So in our testing, when it talks about when a cricket should be suggested,
Like 48 inches wide or something on the base of the chimney.
if it's
No.
30 inches wide.
Josh, you're wrong.
Hey, I was close though.
No, sorry, you were off.
So it says right here, oops, that's too much.
But
It says right here, chimneys shall be provided with crickets where the dimension parallel to the ridge line is greater than 30 inches and does not intersect the ridge line. The intersection of the cricket and the chimney shall be flashed and counterflashed in the same manner as normal roof chimney intersections. Crickets shall be constructed in compliance with figure blah, 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 blah. Who cares? So that's, John just wanted me to make sure to go over all of that with you guys.
How to
So
get
you
there,
understood.
basically.
How to
How to
find
get
it.
there.
Yeah.
So it's, again, if we go to feed.
See, I just wonder how well our internet's gonna work, because it's slow for those guys at the office to begin with, and how's it gonna work when you got another 16 people trying to be on at the same time?
Well, I brought it up to Joan today. we're supposed to have a laptop for everybody.
Yeah.
So everybody that has a laptop needs to bring it, and I guess then we're gonna have to buy some or something. I don't know.
We'll have to do something, because
Yeah.
everybody's gonna buffer for like the next 4 or 5 minutes while you're looking for the answer.
So
Right.
in the feed, the CSIA study resources are here. You can also click on it here. And again, you just go to printable PDF, and then there's the 2018 IRC. And it's just right there, completely searchable. So I just wanted to make sure you guys saw that. The NFPA is the same. When you click it, it's going to come open. It's just a link, so it comes open. It accesses it from a website. When you're here, the way to search is Control F, and it will bring up a search bar. Just like that. So Control F, and then if you type in the word cricket,
No, it's-
Mm-mm.
well, I thought
Oh.
it goes away. Let's see here. That one's not doing well. I don't know why.
I'm focusing on glasses. Like I'm still squinting.
Take 'em off.
Okay, but that's oh, there we go. Now it's doing it. Okay, and then it's the same Control F, and you can find everything in this one. But the main one is going to be the 2018 IRC. So it's this is the one that's going to have its own test on. You're not going to have to really search stuff in the NFPA book. You're already going to be expected to know that. But does everybody have kind of a basic understanding of how we're going to get into how we're going to be getting into the IRC and how to access it and how to search it?
Yes.
Does anybody need me to go over it one more time?
No,
Okay. And I can't see anybody. Well, it moved it way over here. Can I move this back over this way? Now I can see people.
just trust us, we're here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it put it off into a little
I
tiny corner.
radio, not TV.
So, all right. So that is that. Now, let's see here. So I've made a Quizlet, and I've gone through all the answers, and Corey and I have triple checked every answer to make sure it's correct. This is the 152 questions that are on the Surefire exam. What's really nice about doing it in Quizlet, it's free to sign up for Quizlet if you just want to be a reader. You don't have to do that with this one to just go through everything and click on it. If you want to do all the special stuff I'm going to show you here in a second, you do have to sign up for it, but it's free just to view it. You don't have to sign up for a monthly plan or a yearly plan to do it. The way that I've done the Quizlet though is it'll say what is corbelling, and then when you click on it, I've got it set up to show pictures. So let's see here. A cricket is designed to do what? And then I've got a picture of a cricket. So it's not just going to give you the information, it's going to give you the picture to go along with the information,
Nice.
which I like more than the other Quizlet because it was just throwing terms at you and without having a picture to go off of. It's a little rougher. So like this one here, when a round flue is used for the lining of a fireplace chimney, the proper fireplace opening to flue size ratio should be, it says 12 to 1. And then I got NFPA code 7.1.11.3.1, round chimney flues shall have a minimum net cross-sectional area of at least 1/12 of the fireplace opening. So if I couldn't find a representative picture, I just got the actual. So like this one here talks about when the opening of the fireplace is 6 square feet, the extension of the hearth should be
20.
Yeah.
and then I got the little hearth picture that kind of goes over it.
Right.
So you'll be able to pull it up on your phone. You'll be able to use the Quizlet app on your phone or on an iPad or on your computer. So this one here, the inner surface of the smoke chamber shall not be inclined more than 45 degrees from vertical. Same thing, shows 45 degrees max. So you may now applaud.
Woo woo.
Okay.
We've only seen 5 though.
I'm going to post this one to Connect Team. Okay. Well, we're on number 8, 9, 10.
Okay.
Let's see. We're passing 30, passing 40, passing. Here we go. There we go. When constructed of standard brick without a fire brick liner,
Uh-oh.
smoke chamber wall thickness shall not be less than
8.
What's the answer?
8 inches.
Oh,
And it's right. Smoke chamber wall thickness unlined is smoke chamber wall thickness. There's 2 here, so this is in the IRC. So it's 6 is the smoke chamber wall thickness, but for unlined walls, it
Yep.
is 8.
Correct.
yeah, lined is 6, the other one's 8.
Mhm.
So
And then
there we
don't
go.
use that with like the side walls and the back wall of the fireplace where it's 8 or 10.
Well, yeah, unlined is 10.
Right.
But so that's the flashcards. There's also, let's get in here. Oh, I don't want to do that. That's annoying. I don't like that one.
And that's just on Connect Team.
It's going to go on Connect Team, yes.
Perfect.
So there is a practice test, and you click Start Practice Test, and then it literally is set up like a test. So it
Nice.
says, when the opening of the fireplace is 6 square feet, the extension of the hearth should be
20 inches.
20 inches. And then you just go through and you answer them all. And then at the end of it, it gives you a test. And this does it in blocks of 20. I set it up to do that because I knew not everybody was going to want to sit down and do 152 questions.
Right.
So you do a block of 20, you check your answers. You do a block of 20, you check your answers. So if you've got 5 minutes, you can sit down and kind of run through some and test, you know, and then if you want to go back through and do it again, do it again, do it again, you can always do that. For other people that would prefer video games, Josh?
Good call out. I do prefer video games.
So it throws a bunch of stuff out here, right? So according to NFPA 211, solid fuel burning appliances can be installed in a garage.
Negative.
It depends on how
No.
big the garage is and who built it.
Nope,
It cannot.
it is never. It is
It cannot.
13.2.4. Solid fuel burning appliances shall not be installed in a garage. And then you take it and you match them up, just like playing mahjong, and they go away.
Oh, Tucker just fixed our camera.
Oh, yeah. What do you guys think of our ceiling?
And then
Tucker.
Our cat did something, so.
there's this game here, Gravity.
Put it up.
You can set the difficulty level, answer with the term, random definition, or the term or whatever. You click start game, and then it says there the area of an 8-inch round pipe is approximately
Boom.
50,
I think it's
50.25 inches.
Yeah.
square inches.
Do you have to do the square inches?
Yeah, 50 SQ. So it's whatever the term is that's the correct answer.
Oh, sweet. That's like Galga.
You have to memorize the terms exactly and type them in exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's why I was asking. If you just said 50, you'd be wrong, right?
yeah. So
Okay.
it's
But
cleared.
that's why it's important to know, because you had the right answer, but you didn't type it faster than.
Yeah, I didn't type it fast enough, exactly.
All right, so.
Oh, it's
So,
like-
but anyways, there's a lot of little things that you guys can go and play and do and all of that in there.
Nice.
And it's available to anybody that has the link. So once I post the link in Connect Team, you guys will be able to go through and do that. And it's literally the entirety, the whole 152 questions that are in the CSA exam prep on Surefire. So you
Okay,
don't,
so that's the practice test and the Quizlet, because those are different questions on Quizlet than,
yes.
okay.
So
Oh,
you
that's
still
good.
use Quizlet, and then this is the practice test from Surefire.
Yeah.
So if you're not already on Surefire, you don't need it. This is the same practice test. And then with the books that we have, between the books that are on Connect Team and then the Chimney Inventing Essentials books, everybody has the access to the same information. So
Right.
if somebody's not already on Surefire, they don't need Surefire because they've got all the same information that you need to pass the test. So that's the
Right.
book,
Yes.
the
Is the
NFPA, the
CSIA
IRC, the National Fuel Gas Code, and then I've got the practice test on here.
Is the CSIA handbook we're getting going to reference all of these, or will we still have to?
No,
Back.
the CSI handbook doesn't reference a lot of specific stuff. It more focuses on how to do the job and what to know about the job. The NFPA 211 is the code book, and the IRC is the code book, and the NFPA 54.
Standard.
Those are your three code books. This is just a basic training guide.
Okay. So do we
So
have
in it-
the NFPA 54 handbook available as well?
It's on Connect Team.
Okay.
So yeah.
Just asking.
So on Connect Team, blah. I hate that I have to log in every time I go to it. So in the CSIA study resources, printable PDF, National Fuel Gas Code, and it's right there.
Okay.
And it's the same thing. So if you look up fireplace,
Oh, dude, what are you doing?
let's see here, chimney, nope.
Vented appliance.
The 211 is all the stuff that you already talked
No.
about. The
Yeah.
That just
NFPA
fixes playtime.
54 is not really what
Stop,
we're
Bubba.
even gonna have to worry about.
Oh, it hadn't loaded yet. That's why.
What are you doing?
Understood. We're going to be tested on the gas section of the NFPA 54, at least as far as it pertains to class B
Yeah,
type.
there's, yeah, so like typing and sizing methods, some of that has to do with the NFPA 211, but the IRC and the 211 are going to have 99% of everything that you need.
Okay.
Really, it's going to have 99% of everything that you need. So with that, this is your study guide for the CSIA information. This talks about dealing with animals, proper ways to sweep chimneys, proper ways to deal with customers, proper ways to be a call center representative. All of that information is here. So the proper way to do the job is here. This is your chimney Bible, codes and standards. This is the very dry read of, you know, a brick consists of blah, 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 right? That's what this is. This bad boy is the IRC. And this one here is what really puts it down on paper as to a lot of the clearance to combustible information, which is also in the 211, but the IRC is going to reference a lot of that. And the IRC portion of the test is going to deal with searching the IRC. Something that I want everybody to know for the test, and this is something that always surprises people. When we get into public housing or low cost housing, the IRC is not going to be your reference material. Okay. When you get into public housing, low cost housing, or mobile homes,
The NFPA 211.
the NFPA 211 and the IRC are not the books that you reference. It is going to be the local codes set forth by HUD, which is the Department of Housing and Urban Development. So if you go into a mobile home or an RV or any kind of public or low income housing, you have to make sure that you're cross-referencing everything that you know
Right.
with HUD.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's going to ask, there's a question in there that says mobile homes must follow a stringent code set forth by the blank, and I think it says International Residential Code, the NFPA 211, NFPA 4, and HUD.
Yep.
And on that one, HUD will be the correct answer. So mobile homes, RVs, low income housing, public housing like the projects, that's all controlled by HUD. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. So I know a lot of people have gone through and they've done the practice test and they've been working on the Quizlet and everything else. Does anybody have any questions pertaining to the information that they've seen that they want defined better, or that they need explained why something is?
Cody,
Yeah.
that one question that was 12.9.4, and if the connector is cracked,
Yeah.
did you find the answer on that?
No.
Needs to
tried.
be replaced.
Huh?
It needs to be replaced.
Is that the answer?
No.
Yeah.
It's clearance to combustibles for a thimble in a masonry wall is what? 12 inches, 9 inches, 4 inches, or it depends on if the thimble is cracked.
12.
It's 12?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought you were
Brian
talking
says
about
it's
if a
12.
thing was whatever, then it's like it says, yeah, it has to be replaced.
But no.
Okay. Brian says it's 12.
Yeah. You want me to show it to you?
Yeah.
Find it. Show it. Find it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. He's
Pull it
gonna
up,
find it.
home slice.
He's gonna find it, and then
I'll figure it out when you do it. Actually, it might have been on that Surefire, because I don't know if any of you guys went through the whole Surefire thing from beginning to end on the chimney essentials. So there's a lot of pictures in there that
Yeah.
show stuff. I'm not sure if it's this, it's where I found it or not.
I think it was.
Google it, somebody that types fast.
Google it, somebody that types fast.
Well, I mean, I don't, so. Yeah, I don't think it's this, it's the, here's the thimbles. Let's see if it says it.
Maybe in that diagram below it.
I know I've seen it before. I'm not sure where it says it has to be 12 inches of solid masonry.
I say pipe, 2-inch clearance from combustibles. And wait, that was it. Floor protection, wall protection.
That's UL 1618, by the way, y'all.
Corey said, check the darn diagram, Cody. There we go.
You know, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I'm pretty positive that
says before cutting the opening into the combustible wall, make sure that there are no electrical wires, blah, blah, blah. Rough opening dimension for combustible wall.
Yeah, it just shows. This one,
Where's that picture of the one with the thimble?
this is thimble.
There's another.
I know there's another one
Yeah.
that shows, but I think it was in the Surefire deal. So it's catalytic buster. Because they have different stuff that says same stuff in different ones of these, because some venting, some's checking and applying it, someone's doing this, some's under inspection.
Brock, what color is the type 1 industrial ladder?
What?
I'm gonna hope you said it because
What color is it?
you're muted.
Type 1?
Yes.
Let's see, there it would be blue.
See,
That's the page I was looking for. That's the thimble.
when you search thimble,
Decorative thimble cover.
Well, that's a page. It's still a thimble.
Thimble reachings.
Still a thimble.
Yeah. And, like I said, I'm pretty sure this is on the Surefire thing when I seen it.
Might have been. So.
It is a pretty cover though.
okay, here we go. The thimble shall provide minimum clearance required. Where's 9.5? As specified in section 9.5.
You can have a look back. You know,
Thank
look.
you. Let's see.
See, it says in here, where required clearance with no protection is 18 inches, clearances shall be permitted to be reduced to the distances of the minimum clearance in column table, blah, 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 blah.
104.
That's talking about pipes and stuff. That's
Location,
listed as for 36.
a single wall connector passes through a masonry wall as a wall
And
shield.
a
There shall be at
P2
least a
it's in
half
there.
inch of open ventilated air.
Methods to wall pass-throughs. It's in there.
There shall be 1 inch between the connector and the protector.
ATO methods to build.
So it's in there. I don't have it. Joe has my NFPA book.
Oh, Joe, look in the NFPA 211 book. It's in there.
That's what I'm looking at right now.
Oh, gotcha.
And it states,
Because it's not in this one.
See, it looks like it's stating 12 inches.
Thank you.
Where are we at?
We'll do more research on that one.
All right, here we go. Look at this. Don't give me that mess.
So on in the 211 on page 27, figure 82227, ventilating symbol from an unlisted metal chimney to combustible material.
Or is it 8227? I can't even see those little numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nope. Oh, wowzers, there we go.
See, this here looks like it's saying minimum 12
12
inches to combustibles right there in that little bitty diagram.
right.
Okay, perfect.
So clearance is 12 inches.
12 inches, okay.
So yeah, that's an uninsulated. And then there's solid insulated. And sheet steel chimney connector, minimum 24 gauge, ventilated.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Corey, it looks like it's saying 12 inches right here.
Sweet. Thank you.
And that's 211-32. Any other questions about it?
No.
Okay. Oh. Done our due diligence with that one. Also, this little chimney brochure that's in here has got information on the factory built fireplaces and on the masonry fireplaces. And a lot of those same codes that you guys are looking for are in there as well. So
is that one parging picture gonna end up back on our inspection report?
which purging picture?
The one at the bottom, right?
Mhm.
That one there?
Yeah, the after one.
I believe that's the one that's on there right now, isn't it?
That one that shows it's still stagger stepped.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Um,
that saves us a lot of heartache of trying to
Yeah,
explain to
and
people
that's-
why it's smooth as
that's
baby gas.
something that we're probably going to be changing,
Right,
because once we're actually certified and we know better, air quotes, I for sure it will be a smooth one, and we're going to change the parging to include a back wall rebuild and taking the damper out and then putting it all back. So instead of $3 grand, it's probably going to be like $5-6 grand. And
right.
it's
Well,
going to
that,
be hand,
that would have to happen for smoke chamber parging as well.
yeah, because it's not supposed to have,
To create the other picture that we removed from our chimney inspections.
yeah. So that was, I took the old one off.
No, I know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
We
it
should
gave me-
replace it with that one.
Oh,
Yeah.
from that.
Well, the other one hadn't been on there in forever.
The other
Oh,
ones.
okay.
No, the one that shows that a smoke chamber is just perfectly smooth, like somebody who just like painted a wall. That's what the guys are selling or we're selling, and then the techs go out and do the job, and there's absolutely no way they can take that stair step and make it go away.
Oh, it works not.
It's fireproof, everything's done correctly, but they can't take the stair step away.
The corbelling.
The corbel, correct?
Horribly, exactly.
Right, corbelling. So unless you can hand pack it upside down, which is part of that or anything like that, which is what he's talking about. You have to take the whole back wall down, you have to take the damper completely out of it and everything to be able to stand up there to do it. Or you change it to, on the inspection report, you can change it to that picture that shows the before and after.
Well, it's prefab. Yeah, and see, we have this picture on here now.
Right.
Yeah,
But we also have the one that looks like it's just been done, came right out of the factory showroom floor, if you will.
no, that one's not on there.
Not anymore.
Yeah, it is yeah. The original, the super smooth one got taken off the report like a year and a
Right.
half ago.
No, I promise I could pull something up a month ago where it was
Yeah, a
there.
month ago, he had a call on
3
it. where-
weeks ago. I'm
Yeah.
doing shit with this stuff right now from clients.
Yeah, he is.
I mean,
But my point is the one that's on the brochure is a really good one that could go on the inspection report.
well, no, we're not
Show
gonna
it
do that.
before and after.
Well, yeah, before and after. That's the way it used to be. And Chad originally had it that was extremely smooth. And I
Mhm.
changed it to one that was step outs like a year ago.
Wow.
That showed this. It was that same picture that I've got in the brochure. Because that's what John wanted it. But we're not gonna go back to showing it step outs and then, glazed over with still step outs. We're gonna, it'll go back to showing the smooth one because that's how we're gonna go back to doing it.
So we're gonna go back to breaking down the back wall and taking out the damper and parts in the smoke chamber instead of just parts in the smoke chamber. That's gonna be the.
You can't properly parts the smoke chamber with a gun. You just can't. It doesn't physically happen. So going back to doing it the right way, yes.
Okay.
Because there's no way to get in here. There's not a way to get in here. Every layer that you build up over that is just building those step outs continuously. And there's not a way to get in there through the damper and smooth all of that over. So the way to do it correctly is to take out the back wall, take out the couple of bricks on the top of either side, pull the damper out, and then hand pack those step outs and then smooth it all over up and down on both sides.
When we do that, are we gonna risk damaging the damper or are we gonna be able to reuse it?
It'll go back in.
Okay. And if it's
Okay.
damaged in the event that we're doing this work, is we gonna replace it?
If for any reason it gets damaged, probably have to do a top mounted damper if we can't find another one to fit in there.
Sure.
So, but that's where we're getting to, is we want to do stuff. Chad wants to push us to be the best way possible, and if we're going to keep sticking around doing this the way that we've been doing it on some of this stuff, it's just not going to be right. So we're going to start doing it right, and it's all on how we talk to the customers and everything else. So that's more of a sales meeting issue, not a training thing. Okay, as far as in Connect team, oh, she didn't upload the new one. So the study session link option that's in there, when you click it, it will open up the videos inside of Connect team for everybody to watch. So I guess she didn't put the second one on there yet. And then tonight's will go on there. That way, if you guys want to rewatch it later, all of that information is going to be in there for you. You can go back, rewatch it, you can study, and you can review over all of that. So, getting into it, just real quick, because that part of the review is taking up most of it. Does anybody know where in the NFPA it states that a chimney, how often a chimney shall be inspected, I should say?
Yes. Oh, where it's at? No, but I know the answer.
You don't know where it's at?
No.
All right, Becky, find it. Find it, Becky, find it.
No, I don't. I don't have a buck.
Okay, so, and this is something that I was going over with Brock earlier.
Okay.
So just so that everybody can see it here. I'm gonna blow it up nice and big for everybody.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay. Ooh, that went down too far. There we go. All right.
Oh.
We're gonna go.
Kinda just need to know the answer too.
Yeah, but I need to know where. Like,
I'm gonna say
I don't
15.
have it. It's in
It's
there.
in their book also.
Oh.
All right.
I'll say NFP 211 15.
14.2.
14.2. Chimneys, fireplaces, and vents shall be inspected at least once a year in accordance with the requirements of section 15.2. So it's in chapter 14 under
14 under
maintenance,
Okay.
where it talks about how often the occurrence is. And then one of the other questions you're going to run into, where are we at?
There's all the inspections.
It's on our inspection report. It's on the master services warranty line item.
Here it is, 15.4.1.
Yeah.
So it's one of the questions on the practice exam, goodness gracious, is how it's going to ask you to select two answers. And it's going to say the NFPA 211 recommends inspections, and it says select two answers. And one says, I think, when it's needed, one says every month, one says annually, and one says whenever you sell a house or transfer.
From sell or transfer of a property.
So,
Annually or still to have.
so on the sell a house or transfer, it's 15.4.1. And that states that upon addition or removal of one or more connected appliances, or upon replacement of appliance with one or more of dissimilar type, input rating, blah, 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 blah. So if we are adding or removing a device, or if we're changing the device in any way, or if we are going to discontinue usage of it. So for the customers that want to just close it up, I don't want to use it anymore, what's it going to cost? This states we still need to do a level 2 inspection.
Right.
Also, prior to any relining of a flue or replacement of the flue lining, so if all they want is a liner estimate, we still have to do a level 2 inspection. It says upon sale or transfer of the property, so great grandma died, she left you the house, you still need to get the inspection done. It still needs to be a level 2. Or after a building or chimney fire, very important. They've
Right,
had a
yes.
flue fire, they want you to come out and take a look at it, level 2 inspection. Corey has one, that he's supposed to go to on Thursday, and the lady called in to cancel, stating she didn't want us to come out because there was a house fire. But it says right there, after a building or chimney fire, weather or seismic event or other incident likely to have caused damage to the chimney. Lightning strikes, high winds, tornadoes, hurricanes, tsunamis. Your mother-in-law got drunk and ran into the side of the chimney. Any stuff like that needs a level 2 inspection, right?
She had a house fire though that does not pertain to the chimney. That's why she canceled.
But it doesn't say if there's a building fire that doesn't pertain to the chimney, you're okay, right?
She has.
So, but hers is a B vent, so we can't do a level 2. But I'm saying
Right,
in
correct.
that case, if they called in and said, hey, I want to put off my inspection because we had a house fire, that's when we can reference and let them know Well, according to the National Fire Code, if you've had a house fire that's even on the other end of the house, we still need to inspect the chimney. Because if
Right.
that amount of excess of heat in the attic structure spread to the chimney, that's still what we call a sudden event. And the sudden event is our thermal event. And the thermal event is what cracks flue tiles and bricks and everything else.
Right.
So that's why. And then it says at other times as indicated in 15.2, which goes into, we're not going to get into all that. But that is when it asks, there's going to be another question in the practice test that asks, like, Andrew wanted to use his fireplace, but he's concerned after a hurricane hit his house. Should his chimney be inspected? And the answer is yes,
Yes.
because it's a weather-related event.
Yep.
So anything that is going to affect the house or the chimney that's a major event, it needs a level 2 inspection. So
Yes.
even if the house started to settle, that's still a weather-related event because the ground is giving way because of erosion. Chimney should be inspected. Right? You okay, Josh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Questions, comments, complaints. What do you guys got?
I got nothing, but I do. Well, actually, I do, Cody.
Okay.
So there are on the practice test 54 or 45 questions.
152.
Okay, 52. If we're only doing 8 per night, the quiz is going to pass us up before we even get done. How are we going to it's going to be practice test time before we even get done with this.
Right. And I'll have the practice test on Connect Team for you guys tonight. And you'll be
Okay.
able to go in and go through it and go through it and go through it. Like I said, I've got all 152 questions. Whenever I've got one of the trainees in the truck with me, they're going down the road and we're going through every question. It takes us a full day to get through the test,
Right.
but they're doing that. So like every night, every Tuesday and Thursday night after we have one of these, I go back and I review all the questions and I go back through it. And I think even me, the highest score that I've made so far is a 93. So, and I still get tripped up on a couple of little wording stuff. But it's stuff that I'm going back in and I'm reading it again and I'm making sure.
Right. Because some of the wording will trip you up and make you second guess yourself. And you're like,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it was like, what was it? The ones where it talks about what's required in an inspection. When you get into those and it's like inspection level, blah, 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 blah requires this, or, inspecting a chimney using basic hand tools and ladders is what level of inspection? And I'm thinking basic hand tools and ladders,
Right.
that's a level 1 for sure. Nope, it's a level 2.
No, it's a level 2.
2. Yep.
Yeah. And so
I at first thought it was 1, 2.
Yeah.
The way, yeah.
And then when it talks about fire stopping should be inspected in what? And I'm like, well, heck, every time we get in the attic, if it's a prefab, I'm looking for the fire stop. So it's a level 2. No, fire stopping is a level 3.
Level 3,
3.
because how do
So
you
that's when you're
see the
supposed
fire
to tear the
stop?
walls open to make sure that the fire stopping is
Right.
hard on the bottom side.
Right.
Or how do you see the fire stop in a masonry chimney?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got to tear the walls open. And then another question that's in there. What was it? It was one that tripped Brock up earlier. Oh, what of the options below is not part of sweeping a chimney?
Oh yeah.
And it was preparing the inside, turning off the
All gas appliances.
all gas appliances, the customer review, or like none of the above.
That is.
And Brock and I both, I mean, he came up with it today based on the exact same thing that I came up with, and it was the customer review. I mean,
No.
who the heck cares about the customer review if I'm
I
sweeping
said that
chimneys?
too. I said that too. I guessed it wrong.
But
Yep.
if you read the book, what they're calling the customer review is reviewing your post-inspection findings with the customer.
Yep.
It's what we call the presentation.
Right.
So it's turning off the gas appliance which made a lot of sense once I stopped and thought about it, because you're not going to sweep if you have to turn the gas appliance off, right?
Well, at the
Right.
same time, you're not gonna turn somebody's gas stove off in order for you to sweep the fireplace.
Well, that's the whole point. Why would you show up to do a sweep and there would be a fire going? It's
Right.
going to melt your brush.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
says in like 2 or 3 different places in there that the preferred brushes are the polypropylene, the nylon brushes. And I swept a pizza oven that was just a little over 200 degrees, and I melted the hell out of my brush. So why would you
So-
turn off gas logs to sweep a chimney? It's going to be too hot.
Since you said that, I do have a question, Cody.
Yeah.
Okay, so on a steel liner, that's one of the questions as well. On a steel liner, what would you not use to clean it? Would it be the
It would
polypropylene, the rotators, or whatever it was?
No, it's the answer on that one is the flat bristle brush, and that's because they're harder to reverse.
Flat brush, okay. Because if you're going in, I was thinking
No,
like,
it's the one with the chains.
I was thinking the chain one because it would beat up
Yeah,
the steel
it's
liner,
one-
right?
We did that one the other night.
Yeah, it's the chains, the rotary. You don't use a rotary brush in a mason, in a steel liner. Because
I
think
had-
about just beating the shit
Cody,
out of
we
a metal
found
liner.
this one and it was the flipping of the brush. It was the wide flat brush.
Yeah, it was the wide flat. That was when we were looking it up. We had to search for it. We searched for it for about an hour. And
It's on the
CSIA
quiz on Surefire.
Well-
And I have 100% on every one of them.
Because that one tripped me up because I was like, but if you use a rotary thing, it's gonna
Right.
beat the liner up.
Well,
Right? I mean,
You're right.
one would.
Well,
think,
I have a rotary sweeping set that's just the nylon brushes. In the book, though, it says it's the flat bristle brush.
No, but
Okay.
the question was what not to use.
Right, and the answer was not the flat bristle brush because it's harder to reverse. That was the answer on the quiz.
Okay.
And
I don't think I'm gonna keep doing this.
but at the same time, it also asks. There's one that says that if a lintel or combustible material protrudes 3 inches from the wall, at what height should the clearance to combustibles be set at? And the correct answer on the practice test in Surefire was 12. But if you pull it up and you look at it, it's not. It's 14. Another one that's on the practice test in Surefire, it says that the gases with the hydrocarbons that are the result of combustion ignite at what temperature?
Oh.
And the correct answer is 1,000 degrees, because that's what it says in the book. It says it begins ignition at 1,000 degrees, but on the practice exam on Surefire, their correct answer is 1,100.
No, they're thousands, right?
Huh. Well, we just want to.
So don't trust, in other words, don't trust the answer to Surefire.
Yeah, yeah. The Surefire ones we already found too that we know for sure are incorrect. So
Okay, so we shouldn't
So don't trust the
Well,
Surefire,
that's-
trust the
go
book.
with the Don't go with the Surefire.
yeah, don't go with the Surefire. Go with what it says in the book.
Gotcha.
Always cross-reference your answers with the NFPA and with the Chimney Inventing Essentials
Oh, right.
book. I could have sworn. Let's see here, gas inventing, wood burning systems. I'll find it in here. Corey and I found it the other day. I'll go back in and I'll find it, and I'll send it to you where it is in the book, where it says to not use the flat bristle brush.
Okay.
But I'll find it and I'll post it in there. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff in there that's weird like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely. Does anybody else have any other questions?
I'm good on my end.
I think Adam's just happy to have his work truck back. So, all right, everybody. Well, we've been at it for an hour now. Tonight was really more of a how to use the system, and like
Right, which is helpful.
John wanted me to make sure that I had one night that I explained that at least, so you guys could see where the stuff is on Surefire. You could see how to search it on or not on Surefire, on Connect Team. You could see how to search it and find the information. All right, well, I will let you guys go. Meeting number 3 down. We've only got a few more to go. I need a real deal feel on who is going to what test. Like, I'm sure Houston doesn't want to shut down and send everybody 1 week.
We can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's not how it works.
I need to know who's coming for the second week of February and who's coming for the last week of February.
Okay.
I've got the final list with names and emails and everybody else that I'm sending to the CSIA. But the last thing that I need before I send that email is who is attending what class. Also, I am waiting on a response. I sent a message to John Caesar asking him about what we should expect out of the test. I know there's 3 parts. I know there's the CSIA part. I know that there is the IRC part. And then I know for sure that there is a practical part of this where we have to have access to both a prefab and a masonry. And I'm trying to find out what it is exactly that we need to do as far as that goes. I don't know if they're going to make us do that or not. So I am working on that information. So,
Well, there you go.
Okay.
but
Well,
so
Brian will let you know on the Houston part as soon as we get it figured out.
yeah. Okay. All right. Well, you guys have a great night. And if we don't talk to you before then, we'll see you on Thursday.
Hey.
All righty. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone. Have a good night.
All right. Yeah, close it.